Parts. Identification requirement. The ability to uniquely identify parts is critical when traceability is required. AMS provides a number of options to track parts through the allocation of batch or serial numbers. This is linked to the part and is traceable through the store from receipt to the issue to a task card in a work pack. Assigning the batch or serial number. The normal work method requires the batch or serial number to be allocated when the part is received into the store. Validation. It is important to note that the batch serial number field is not validated, checked for correctness or suitability. The content provided by the user is accepted as is. Only when the field is left empty will a unique value be assigned by the application. The recommended method is to ensure that a serial number is used when provided for the part. In situations where serial numbers are not provided, allocate a batch number in the serial number field to ensure full traceability. If no information is provided in the batch serial number field, a unique batch ID will be assigned by the application to this field. This will ensure that all parts are uniquely identified. This automatic batch ID number is non-sequential, but unique. Rotation of issue. Methods of storage should be such that batches of materials or parts are issued in strict rotation, i.e., old stock should be issued before new stock. This is of particular importance for perishable goods, instruments and other components which have definite storage limiting periods. AMS defaults to the oldest stock when selecting batches for issue, FIFO. However, it is essential that stores personnel ensure that the correct batch serial is selected for issue. It is recommended that the barcode labeling and reading functions be used. Storage limiting period. The manufacturers of certain aircraft units impose storage limiting periods after which time they will not guarantee the efficient functioning of the equipment. On expiry of recommended storage periods, the parts should be withdrawn from stores for checking, overhaul or disposal as recommended by the manufacturer. Units with a limiting period must have this limit entered on receipt. This limit will then prohibit the part from being issued after the expiry date. Batch labels have the expiry date. Reports of period-limited parts is available to aid in store management. Parts certification. As parts release certificates, SACAA Form 21-2, FAA 8130-3, EASA Form 1, are linked to the batch serial number. The certificate is of vital importance. As AMS have various systems in place to store the certificate, AMS allows for the uploading of scanned copies. These are uniquely linked to the batch serial ID and are available for download. This makes retrieval of the document easier to produce when requested. Equivalent parts. There are part numbers in the inventory that may be substituted by another part number which is considered an equivalent. These part numbers are published by manufacturers and vendors. The AMO must have procedures in place to make sure that the linking of these part numbers is substantiated by relevant documentation. When a part number is flagged as an equivalent part, a search for either part number will be displayed in the drop-down search. Superseded parts. At times, manufacturers and vendors may issue new versions of parts. There may be many reasons for this. Product improvement is the most usual, while failures of older products may also require a part to be superseded. Where parts are superseded by way of product improvement, the original part may be declared fit for use by the manufacturer. These will then remain in store and be available for issue to a work pack. Store personnel should make sure that AMO procedures are maintained with regard to ordering superseded parts on new purchase orders. In the case of part failures, the original part number must be marked as unserviceable so that it may not be issued. The AMO should have a procedure in place for the removal from stock of these parts and their disposal. It is vitally important that the defective parts do not find their way back into the supply chain. Parts group. Parts, store inventory, may be filtered by linking to a parts group. Parts grouping is an aid in keeping certain parts listings separate and/or applying a factor to the selling price. A parts group is linked to a part number. A group can be any filter needed by the AMO. Typical groups are hardware, engine types and airframe types. Reporting on parts may be filtered by group. A selling factor may be allocated to a parts group to apply a specified markup to the price. Rotables. Rotables are aircraft parts or components that are serialized and tracked on an airline's database. It is also a part that can be rebuilt or overhauled, in-house or by a vendor, and put back in stock to use again. Rotables are basically the opposite of expendable, throwaway, parts. In the event of a rotable purchase order, it is important that the unserviceable, old, part and refurbished parts are treated as different inventory items. This is regardless of the same part being returned or if a service-exchanged part is returned. This is done to keep track of the related costs to the parts as well as the tracking of the parts by unique ID. The old part must be in stock as an unserviceable part. It is preferable that the cost be zero. Cost can be added to the old part when it is taken into the store, residual value, and this will be added to the cost of the repaired part when it is returned. The result is that the cost associated with the unserviceable part will inflate the store value if it is not a real cost. Issue parts. Parts linked to a purchase order are issued on receipt. The audit trail shows the transaction as a purchase order, receipt into stock, issue to the linked task card. This shortens the workflow of stores' personnel while making the issuing of parts more accurate. Parts already in stock may be issued in one of two ways. If paper issue documentation is used, this is then transferred to AMS manually by selecting the recorded part, the batch, serial number, the task card and quantity. It is vitally important that the correct batch serial number is issued. If the Avdex inventory mobile scan system is used, the part is scanned, and the task card number selected. As the barcode incorporates all the relevant part details, including the batch serial number, the correct part is issued. Requisitions. The requisition system is implemented to assist with the communication between stores and engineers. An engineer can request a part for a specific task on a work pack. This will alert stores to check if the part is in stock or to order the part for the specific work pack as requested by the engineer. Requisition reports show the responsible technician name for the task as well as the name of the person generating the requisition. See creating a requisition. Requisition reporting. Stores may print a report of parts required. Parts may then be issued or ordered. This report may be printed on the requisition page. A report of active requisitions is available on the requisitions page. To get a work pack or part-specific report, generate these from the work pack or parts page. Requisition parts issue. Parts in stock are issued via the normal parts issue interface. The reminder email sent to stores contains a hot link that will allow the direct opening of the parts issue page. Parts may also be issued directly from the requisition page by users with the correct access level. Parts not in stock will have to be placed on order. Follow-up. A report is available of all parts issued to requisitions linked to a specific technician from the personnel page. These reports are filtered on the work pack task responsible person. This allows engineers to see which parts were recently issued to tasks for which they are responsible. A report is also available from the requisition page that will show all requisitions outstanding. All reports show quantities required, issued, in stock, and on order. Email notification. Users can opt in to receive requisition notifications. This is normally enabled by store staff. The email lists all the relevant requisition information and has a hot link to open the parts issue page. Closing a work pack with requisitions. A work pack can be closed with open requisitions. Any open requisition will remain visible on the work pack, but will be inactive if linked to a closed work pack. It is assumed that outstanding requisitions have not been issued, so work packs may be closed. If the parts requested are still required for the aircraft, a new work pack must be opened. Electronic parts selection. Inventory mobile scan. The mobile scanning functionality has been implemented to simplify the issuing and returning of parts to and from a work pack. This function will allow the stores to issue and return parts by simply scanning the barcode presented on the inventory label.